Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to the Nurnberg Arsenal bore match reaction. To it was a boring game, but we got the wonderful reaction man, Gumza himself. How are we doing, Gumza?
Yeah, just woke up. Nah, I'm all right. It's good to see the boys back out there, but yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you. Wasn't the most entertaining game, was it?
no. See, what I was prepared for like a game like it was last season when it was 5-3. I was expecting end to
Mm.
end madness, but no, that was awful. I haven't done all the slides that I normally do for the reactions. So what I have got is what I used in the actual match. So that was the team for Arsenal. Apart from Odegaard, Odegaard did put up with a slight knock in the warm up. So it was Ramsdale,
Right.
White,
Yeah.
Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Trossard, Fabio Vieira, Saka, Nelson, and Ketia. At that lineup, Gumza, what did you think?
Yeah, strong lineup. Um, Obviously the Vieira thing was again. Sometimes you want to see these players playing with the main 11 to see
Yeah,
how they get on in there. I was surprised Havertz didn't start. But
yeah,
yeah, that team. Yeah, it's a strong lineup for first preseason, which bodes well, doesn't it? Because normally you've got players coming back from like a competition. So I was surprised to see Saka in because I didn't think he'd be straight away in because obviously he had a couple of international games
yeah.
at the end of the season. So surprised to see him back straight in. But yeah, I think after seeing that, the only real one who's missing is ESR maybe, and yeah, I think that's really it, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
and
ESR
obviously
would have been
Tomiyasu
yeah.
long term,
ESR
but
would have been
yeah, the only one
100%
that,
shock to me because obviously he just played in
yeah,
the under
yeah, yeah.
21s
So
championship. So
he obviously he just finished that tournament, yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, so he's away, and obviously we haven't signed Timber and Rice yet, but yeah, apart
yeah,
from that, it looked pretty much like our main. And Sinchenko and Tomiyasu, the two that are missing. I'm presuming Sinchenko's injury as well. Then,
yes,
um,
yeah.
obviously Tomiyasu will be injury.
Obviously, we're just going to be quite a quick stream because it
But yeah,
wasn't
that
as
team's gonna.
entertaining as we expected. But obviously, we scored
Mm,
the
I
goal in
agree.
the first half. It was Saka with a very good finish, very impressive by Saka. But the first half, what did you think? Because I it wasn't great. It wasn't a great game.
Nah, it just said it just yeah, it just looked like the boys were in first game, which is understandable. First game in pre-season, but apart from again that Saka bit of individual brilliance and such, there wasn't much else, was there? Um, so yeah, it was just I had it on, but it was yeah, just nothing grabbed me. It wasn't entertaining to say the least. I think you frozen, Bobby. I'm not sure if you lot can hear me still. I don't know if it's me or Bobby who's frozen, but one of us has. But yeah, the first half, and you guys didn't watch it, and yeah, it wasn't the greatest spectacle. So I'm just seeing what's happening with Bobby here. We keep moving. Let's get to some comments while we're waiting. We might as well jump through them, and when Bobby's back, he'll be back. Um, Silver One saying, "I'll be honest, was a hard watch. Kirio lacked confidence, but that can improve. Vieira needs a loan. Hyde fills me with no confidence. Balogun at 30 mil would be daylight robbery." Um, yeah, this Kirio, I get. Again, we're not really seeing him in his natural position. We haven't really seen him at centre back. Then we see him back at left back. Um, so I agree with you there. Again, I'm not going to over criticize him just yet. He's a young player. Vieira again. There was a couple of nice passes he pulled off, but you expect more. Still, Hein, yeah, the young keeper. Again, the goal does come from him. And Balogun, I'm sure we're going to get onto him when we're ready, but um, yeah, Balogun, as you said, he wants to come and prove himself. He's missed two golden chances, but I'm sure now Bobby's back, we'll get to some of that. Sorry, Bobby, I was just going over Silver's comment while you was
Oh,
gone.
they're a
So
nightmare.
I'm sure we'll touch up on the Balogun thing.
Yeah.
Um,
It,
but yeah, thank you everyone in the comments for staying tuned and keeping me entertained while Bobby was gone.
Wi-Fi. We all know what it's like on the Armory. We have
Yeah,
Wi-Fi issues. It's
I'm the
constant.
main culprit normally.
Freddie, my pod brother, is obviously the biggest one, but yeah, it's the same for me. Did you go through the match stats? Have you been for the match
Nah,
stats?
I literally just spoke about Balogun, Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, there was some
And
disappointing performance for me today.
Mm.
I don't want to pick on him specifically just because you're on here, but Eddie didn't impress me at all today. Again, Fabio, and I've stuck up for him last season, but again, not for me today. Yeah, I'm worried about his future at Arsenal, if I'm honest. Balogun. Oh dear. Yeah, he should have put that
Do you know
chance
what?
away.
He had two open goals. He went around the keeper twice,
Yeah.
missed two. But one thing I will say, and again, I know I jumped to the group and said, see, you lot get onto Eddie, and he's just missed two as well. It is more of a concern for me sometimes if strikers aren't getting those chances. I'd much rather a striker get 2 or 3 of those and miss them than not get them, because if he's getting in them areas, it means he's doing the right things to get the opportunities. If he's not getting a sniff or a kick, then now we've got a problem. So either we're not creating enough, or his movement's not good enough. So as much as he's missed 2 absolute sitters in there, and he will hear that. Do you know what I mean? If we win that 2-0, no one really talks about it, but it's draw 1-1 and 2 open goal misses. But again, it's the making of the guy, to see some character in the next game.
Yeah, look, he's definitely going to be around for the American tour. Whether or not he stays after that is another story. I still think he's going to be sold. I want to quickly go for the match stats because it is interesting reading. 34% possession for Nurnberg, 65 for us. 12 shots for Nurnberg, 17 for us. 2 on target for Nurnberg, 4 for us. So our shots on target was awful today. Passing percentage, which is one I always look at, is 90.1%, which is very good, to be fair. And 81 for Nurnberg. Considering Nurnberg are in Bundesliga 2, they looked quite impressive, if I'm honest.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They weren't bad at all.
It's a good workout for us. And obviously last season was a 5-3 win. And I think that was our second game as well. I think we had a behind the closed doors before that as well, didn't we, last season? So it's a good setup for us. I do like it. But obviously, I have got the list of who came on.
Go for it.
So at half-time, Tierney came on, Jesus came on, Havertz, Cedric, the sooner he's gone, the better. Jorginho and Hein, who obviously... Now, how much do you put the blame on Hein for the goal? Because I put 75% on him. Not fully.
I would say... I would give him majority 80%.
Yeah, you ran the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult because he put it the wrong side. Yeah. Again, he can see what's happening and he's forced the pass. Then you're just hoping you get bailed out. So I would say the majority is his fault. After that, he's got no chance. Once the guy's nicked it, do you know what I mean? It's a free. You can't anticipate he's going to kind of intercept it with that much power on the ball for it to just run past you. So you couldn't then recover. But the pass, he's rushed and forced the pass into an area where it doesn't need to be forced into.
Yeah. I want to quickly talk about Kivior because I was quite impressed by his first half performance. Were you impressed with these? Because he was inverting a lot today.
Yeah. Again, they didn't really press us. So he was the one getting off the ball off the keeper. But once they just saw it, we was defending, the ball went to Ramsdale, he was in the back 4. And literally him and Gabriel just swapped. It looked so weird. It's just like, why not give it to Gabriel? But again, it was him just taking out that midfield position, but getting it from the keeper. But yeah, he done all right. I said we haven't seen him in his best position. It was what we expect to be his best position, the centre back.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looked okay. But again, it wasn't the first half especially. I think today what it showed is what Arsenal fans have been saying. And at first 11 we were right, and then it's the depth after that is where we start to struggle. And I'm sure as we get into. But again, he's got my time, if that makes sense. I've got no issues with him. He's not a concern for me, like some of the other players who've come in. So we look at Sambi, Tavares, Fabio Vieira. They haven't shown me enough yet. Whereas Kirio, you can see there's something that's going to come with him.
Yeah. Quickly, I want to touch on Partey because I wasn't impressed by Partey, if I'm honest. But were you? From Partey's first half performance.
I don't think anyone really impressed me in that game. Maybe Saka.
Okay,
no one done anything. Saliba looked comfortable, but again, it wasn't high intensity in terms of the way they press. So it's difficult, isn't it? Because when no one's pressing you, you're just ticking over. Almost sometimes you need the other team to put that intensity in for me to now raise my game up in them defensive positions. It's quite hard to play at a tempo. So yeah, it just looked lackluster all
Yeah, it
over.
did. Yeah.
But yeah, again, it was kind of Saka was the one that showed you that individual brilliance. Not just, you know, I know he scored, but it's, you know, that he's the one that gets you on the edge of your seat when he picks up the ball in areas. You start thinking something might happen now, and I didn't really get that anywhere else today.
Guna Greg, you are going to win the award for the funniest comment of the
Troll.
stream. I guarantee you that. Right, we've obviously covered Balogun, so we can move over from him. Trusty, I thought he looked comfortable at centre back, if I'm honest, but he will be sold. So let's move on for him.
I was surprised
Nwabari,
we're selling him though. To be fair,
I
like,
think we're always going to do. To be honest, I
yeah,
think that's what it was. Buying him
yeah.
to set him on.
If you make
I
a
hope
couple
for
of
a
mil on him,
profit. I hope
yeah,
we
yeah.
make.
I think you make a profit. I think we do
Well,
make a profit.
the last rumour I heard was he was being sold to Rangers for £2 million. And I did say on the news
Wow.
stream, I will cry if that happens because that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. I want to talk a bit more about Nwaneri because he was sublime. Obviously, we had James on the stream with the watch along and he was loving it. But he was something else today. He really impressed me for that half an hour. What about for you?
Yeah, he looked sharp.
Yeah.
I can't remember who I was talking to recently, and we was talking about youngsters coming through, and just in general in terms of football. And my thing is, it's never really a technical level. Any player at academy now is going to be a high technical standard. So the technicality between, say, Saka and Ranieri won't be much difference. They're both going to be technically really, really gifted players.
Yeah.
It's more about the physicality, the game understanding. So to watch him at 16 and the way he moves is crazy. Like, he shouldn't be that sharp at that age.
Yeah.
Like, not many players at 16 can nip around like that. Like, I'm watching him thinking he's sharp and he looks ready. And again, that's the difference. You can see the other players all technically very good, but they don't look as sharp as our first teamers. He looks sharp, like really, really, real nippy. Like, and he's not just a pace merchant either. It's not, Theo Walcott was fast at that age, but couldn't dribble. Do you know what I mean? You can feel the lack of quality. He looks like he's got everything, and you wouldn't think he was 5 years or he's young, about 6 years younger than Reece Nelson. You wouldn't think it. And that's not me digging at Reece Nelson. I think it's just how advanced this kid is for 16.
How old's Reece? He's 24, isn't he?
Reece is 23, 24. Yeah.
So he's 7 years younger.
Yeah, you wouldn't
mad,
think that. Like,
no.
He looks so sharp. So
his touches, some of his touches were just sublime. James was just sounded like a happy little child on the stream. He was loving it. Raul Walters, I think, again, just did a very good, solid job. But again, I want to talk about Lewis Skelly. I'm not specifically just picking these players, but these two did impress me, Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly looks something else. Again, he's been brilliant in training. I've heard so many good plaudits about him so far in training. What did you make of him today? I know it's a small cameo, but
it's another one. It's nice to see them coming off the production line like that. And again, not digging out some players, but I'd rather see some of these guys playing than some of the others. For me, he looked good. I want to see a bit more. I'm not sure where's Cozier Dewberry? Is he injured at the moment, or was he with one of them touring squads?
He's with us. So I was surprised not to see a little bit of him today.
Because I saw him last season a few times and he looked very, very sharp as well. So, these boys have a long way to go, but it's promising when you're seeing the level that these that are playing at. It's really promising.
Yeah. Sorry, I was giggling whilst Gums was. It wasn't because what Gums was saying was funny. It's what Tony Fulbrook has put in there. We should adopt minutes playing in the first 10 minutes. If you're bad, you lose your shirt. Another 10 minutes, your Schultz party would have been naked after half an hour. Tony, you are hilarious, honestly. But yeah, so it wasn't the greatest game. But look, it's very early preseason. And as far as I'm aware, Nurnberg are about 1 or 2 weeks ahead of us in terms of preparation. So you kind of look it looks a bit more even than it would do normally, because obviously they're a little bit more ahead of us. But look, we've still got Timber to come in, we've still got Rice to come in, we've still got players to come in as well because there will be more signings. So look, let's see what happens in America. But I think what we need to see is a very good Arsenal when we play Monaco. That's what I'm looking at, is when we play Monaco for the Emirates Cup. Yes, we may not go full strength because it's just the Emirates Cup. We're not a Tottenham. We don't celebrate city victories like that. But I want to see like a bit more performance from whoever starts that game. But I don't think it'll be the full first 11, if I'm honest. Because then we've got City, was it 5 days later, I think, in the Community Shield?
I think the Emirates Cup's on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. So it's like 4 or 5 days, isn't it?
Yeah. So his Community Shield will be Sunday, I presume. So.
Oh, sorry, Tony. Have I missed a comment from Tony? Oh, hang on. Where did I miss it? Okay. Sorry. Hindsight can be a wonderful thing, but hindsight not so wonderful. Sorry, Tony. I haven't really been going through them, but we should go through them now because, to be honest, that's pretty much the game covered. Really, what we've talked about. Yeah. So we will go through the comments. I don't know if you've gone through any comments. I'll be honest.
I went through the top. I only went through. That's the only one I got to.
Oh, is it? Handwork. Well, you're trying to make us say something we shouldn't say here. Balogun has given it Lars, but couldn't finish tonight. Havertz not impressed with him.
That's what we haven't touched on. Yeah, let's talk Havertz. New signing, isn't it? So
yeah, come on. Then.
What was your thoughts? What was your thoughts on him?
All right, look, he's going to take a while to get into our system because he is going to be playing what he hasn't played for about 3 years. Because Chelsea was a striker. Let's be honest, that's what he was. It's going to take him a little while to settle in. And again, we haven't got our main man in defensive midfield, which is Rice. With Rice in there, Havertz will be a different beast. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure we'll see a different thing from Havertz. What about you?
Yeah, he didn't do much. A couple of little touches. He got in a good position 2 or 3 times, I noticed. One of them, it was a foul. I think Eddie fouled the centre-back, but it fell to him on his left foot. He hit the volley, completely mishit it. But it's those positions you want to see him. And again, you can see on the counter, he will be quite useful. And I think that's, again, why we brought him. It's that attacking 8, isn't it? So driving us up the pitch, you can see a bit of movement. So, yeah, nothing special, nothing to kind of clip up and say, oh, my God, we've pulled off a worldie here. I'm still expecting him to come better. But in that game, again, it kind of bypassed. But, again, second half is difficult in these friendlies. If you look what Nurnberg did, they didn't really make much changes. They made all their changes. If you looked at when you watched the game behind the goal, there was like 15 guys warming up at one stage, and they made all their changes. Well, we start, don't we? As you said, 45 minutes, you get 5 coming on. 10 minutes later, another 2. 10 minutes later, another 2. So it is quite hard to get into the swing of it. The positions were moving. I think Jesus started on the right wing, went in the second half. Trossard was in through the middle. Havertz was in the 8. Then Balogun come on. He went then on the right. Jesus then went, so do you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden Jesus has gone back in the middle. Like, we moved around so often, it's so hard to get some fluidity when you're doing that. So yeah, I judge more the first half than the second half because the second half was so stop-start.
Yeah, it was.
And again, he's playing with then, do you know what I mean, 7 guys who you were not going to see even in the match day squad on game 1. Do you know what I mean? So it's a different kettle of fish than when you're playing with Saliba and Gabriel and Partey's on the pitch still, and Ben Wright's in the right back position, like you're playing with your mainstay. So, I won't be too critical on him.
No, exactly. It was these are the players for sale. Yeah, pretty much. Matt, the US tour is the one to keep an eye out for now. Bloody hell, Bobby. I just caught the end of your stream. You said see you tomorrow at 7. So I thought there was no match reaction. Yeah, I did say it throughout the watch on. There is a match reaction, but I forgot that I was actually doing it. But I will be back tomorrow at 7. I guarantee you that. Right. Brenny, evening to my pod, bro. It was a hard watch, but then again, the opening preseason games never set the world alight. 100%. Greg, you got to watch Bobster. Cheers. Balogun, great. Tony Fulbrook, no one is buying Cedric based on pre-season, especially after today. I can see his contract has been torn up, if I'm honest.
If he finished that left-footed shot, though, we'd be saying something else because he did catch it nicely. It just went wide, didn't it? So
that's pretty much all he can do, though. He can't defend. He can't pass. He's just got to finish. Not sure about these players playing out of position, says Gunnar Greg.
I think that's pre-season, though, and you find that, again, it's about minutes on the pitch. So if I don't play Nketiah left wing, he's not going to get 60 minutes because he's only getting 45. So, it's frustrating. But we saw it last year. Nketiah and Jesus were linking up really well last year because Nketiah was playing on the left wing in pre-season. And that's just to build up their minutes. Most guys will start with 45. And you can see the guys who are behind because Saka and them play 45. few others who have probably been in training a few days before that played 60 today. Next game, you'll see Jesus will probably play 75. Saka might get to 60, and he builds them up slowly. So, yeah, they're going to have to move around just to make sure they get the minutes. And that's what's more important, I think, for Arteta right now, rather than you playing in your right position. It's about you getting the right minutes. So you're ready for the season when it starts.
Yeah, 100%. Tony's saying here maybe the players are as tired as us waiting for Rice and Timber announcements. Look, Rice has landed back in the UK 2 hours ago, so look, watch out for the next 48 hours. That's what I'll
You
say.
following this plane as well, are you? You one of those guys?
No, I was told that he's back in the UK. So yeah, someone's actually literally told me that he's back in the UK. So he'll be at the Emirates tomorrow. I've heard, but I think the announcement will wait till Saturday for him. But you never know. It could be a double one tomorrow because Timber will be announced tomorrow. The game missed players shooting like El Neni last year. Oh, what a cracker that was.
He only scores worldies, don't he?
Yeah. Hein, Brenny wasn't happy with that. Big up to Steve. Excellent second half performance from Kieran Tierney. Madness if we sell him. I think it's because we need a versatile fullback, not just a left-sided fullback. So I think he'll make way for the versatile fullback to come in. Cancelo is rumours are still annoyingly there, but I want Frimpong if I'm honest. But it's up to Arteta at the end of the day. Party played as if he was leaving. I saw that as well, if I'm honest. Kuna Greg saying man of the match to Cedric. Saliba looked fast and back to his old self, 100%. Hindsight, Luke says here. All doing the wonderful puns. The young guns played well. The older players need to do some sprints. To be fair, I think the younger ones have been not on holiday and lapping it up like some of the more mature players have been. Don't need another midfielder, says Luke, with Nwaneri and Lewis Miles Skelly. I think we're going to get maybe two in. They may not be like big signings, but I think we're going to get two midfielders coming in, but we'll wait and see. We should have done a minute. Oh, yeah, saw that one. Heinz Ketchup at the end picked his game up in Nurnberg Leeds. Don't know what that means. Heinz Ketchup at the end picked his game up Nuremberg Leeds over Leeds. Oh, I think he's having a little pop because Man United beat Leeds 2-0 in their pre-season yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I was knackered when I got home.
Tony answered him later.
1-1, mate, so don't worry. Unacceptable Poppy. Unbelievable. I'm getting picked on here. White and Kivior look a little bit lightweight to play together at centre-back, says Guna Greg. I'd like a tap sober type because Saliba and Gabriel can't play every game. Look, I think Timber is the one that we've got to keep an eye out for centre-back. And Tapsoba, as far as I'm aware, is heading to the other club down the road. So we'll wait and see what happens there. The Emirates copy is important as it will shut up the Arteta out supporters unless he brings a trophy attitude. I love it. I love it, Tony. Hein needs to get loaned out. He is nowhere near top level yet. He is international. He is actually number one for, is it Estonia?
Estonia, yeah.
Yeah, so to be fair, he is a good goalkeeper. I just don't think he's Arsenal quality. But we have this. We've had this for years at Arsenal, where our number threes are absolutely.
Yeah, I think you can go the other way, and I think it is credit to Arsenal. We do like to give the youngsters a chance because, again, you look at Scott Carson at City. He's won probably about 15 trophies in the last 3 years and touched the pitch once. So trophy cabinet's crazy. He's just won a Champions League again. Like, he's got some real silverware. But so you could easily go out there and get yourself a Fraser Forster, one of those kind of guys at the end of their career. But it's a risk though, isn't it? Because if we do get injuries in goal and he has to play, is he ready? Probably not.
Exactly.
Could be worse. It could be Runnison. So I still take Hein over him.
yeah, I'll be glad when Runnison's out of the club as well.
It does make me wonder if Okonkwo is the next one they want though, because they loan him out more. So for me, it's if I'm giving you the minutes elsewhere, it means I've probably got more of an eye on you because
his loan spells last season suggested to me that Arsenal were very keen on him for a future because at the start he went to Crewe. It wasn't that he wasn't playing at Crewe. They felt that he needed to step up, so he went to Stern Graz. And I'm pretty sure he's going out on loan next season as well.
So I talk to people about academy football. Yeah, and this is what I say about people with academy football. It's sometimes I need players just to play to make up numbers so I can develop these guys. So Hines sitting there. Yes, he's going to get a good level of training at Arsenal, but he's not touching a pitch throughout a whole season. He's playing Premier League 2. Whereas you got Nkonkwo, as you said, he's going out on all these loans, but actually what he's getting is that first team experience. And then when they're ready, he comes in and he's now part of the main squad, maybe second choice, and Hines out the window. And again, now a club's going to take you. You haven't played first team football in 3-4 years. You're 24, 25. Haven't played first team football. So it does make sense why you sometimes get older keepers in to just take up that third spot so you can loan these young ones out and let them get their minutes.
Yeah. Look, I've heard a lot of good things about him, and I know he's got a younger brother that's with us as well. He's meant to be quite good as well, so we'll have to wait and see how he is. A striker that scores goals would be nice. So, look, I am with you on this. I still think Taremi is worth a shout. I hope he doesn't go elsewhere, but I'd spend 20 million on Taremi just to get him in here, because I think he would help us out a lot. Sky Sports reporting this is the same Sky Sports that reported that Declan Rice was going to Man City. Okay. But no, yes, he will be signing the paperwork tomorrow. It'll all be finalised tomorrow. So yeah, I expect either late tomorrow night or Saturday it should be, because they won't want to do it on a Sunday because obviously they're flying out to America. Cedric is League One standard. I don't think he's even any of the pyramid system standard, if I'm honest. Do you boys like my pick? I have literally no idea what it is.
It was like Silver Fox fighting Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, okay, got you. Sorry, yeah, I can't tell. It's too small for me. Chill, guys. It's a get fix. Yeah, exactly. We don't have Odegaard, Martinelli, and Cini. 100%. Take Tom Heaton, says Paxton. No, thank you. I love Zinchenko, but at times, especially towards the end of the season, he was found wanting. Need a proper defender like Tierney to bring on when we need to defend. Great show, loads. Thank you very much, Steve. I do agree, and I do like Tierney, and I think he's a brilliant defender. But I think we need a versatile fullback, and I think that's what we're looking for. I've said quite a few times on these streams that I think Arteta wants us to be like a Swiss Army knife, multi-talented, multi-tools, and I think Tierney can just do one thing. So that's the problem with there. I don't hate Balogun, Bargo. I want what's best for the club, not someone who thinks he's better than my club. Yes, he has definitely been told to toe the line, which is why back on his Instagram is Arsenal. He has been told to toe the line, because I do think that he overstepped the mark with a certain post that he did, which even annoyed me, if I'm honest. Have I eaten? I have, but I will be eating again very shortly, I promise. Tom Heaton was doing sweeper keeper. You're the guy that played in the second half for you. I know he's going out on loan, but he was very good. Did you see him? Kovac or something? He looks very tidy. Czech Republic goalkeeper. He looked really good, I have to be honest. But that's the United. I don't want to talk about United. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. with the Arsenal news, and there should be an interesting headline tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Gumza, really appreciate it. It's not a signing, it's about potential signing tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, the signing will happen, so I'm not worried about that, but it's an interesting title. Gumza, where can people find you, my friend?
I'm here, Armoury TV, mainly on reactions, because my whole life comes to a stop when Arsenal play. That's the one time no one disturbed me, no one talked to me. I'm not working, putting everything down. I'm focusing on my team. So, yeah, I'm here for the reactions. Twitter's very quiet. I sometimes repost what Silver Fox is doing. I live my life through him. But yeah, I'm just here. I'm here for the banter. I'm here when these lot are streaming. I'm at work. I'm in the comment section. So I'm always up for a good chat and debate about it. And yeah, just keep on moving on. So yeah, thank you again for having me, Bobby. Really appreciate it.
Oh no, this is your show, Goals. You're the reaction man. You're the reaction man. Tony, I will say, yes, great show. Thank you very much. That's really appreciated. But honestly, Gumza is actually the reaction man.
Yeah, I normally do the reactions, but today we just roll with the punches.
I do the previews and the watch-alongs. Gumza is the reaction man. So yeah, we all a very good team on here. But yeah, Gumza is normally the reaction man. Quickly move Tierney or Timber to left back. Cini to number 8. Sorted, says Stephen Foot. Yeah, it's a good idea, but I do think Tierney's going. Big up to Moss that joined me on the watch along. No Bobby G King, James. Yeah, decent match, not very high pace. Yeah, 100%. Just got some work done after the match and now fine in here. Big ups from for you, Gumza. Forgot to ask Bobby, what's the plan for holding? Sell or loan?
Yeah, where is he today as well?
Well, he's going. He's
Yeah,
sorry, Tony, but he is definitely going. It's either going to be a loan, and then obviously his contract will run out next summer anyway. So whatever he wants to do. But yeah, I hope we get some money, decent money for him. 10 million. But yeah, he's gone. Because Timber's coming in. And we all can't wait to sing that song, let's be honest. We just can't do it on stream because we get copyrighted. I've told Sky I'm signing for Arsenal. Big up to you, Tony. We'll definitely have you in the team. And a big up to everyone. But yes, I'll be back tomorrow at 7. As I said on the watch long that we just did, Moss will be covering the American ones. Because obviously I'm in the UK, it's way too late early. So Moss will be covering the American ones. I'll be back to do the watch along for the Monaco game for the Emirates Cup, and then obviously be back to do the season as I always do. But guys, really appreciate you coming in and listening to us. It was a bit of a boring game, but we got to see the Arsenal play, and that's the main thing. Take care, everyone. See you all very soon. Bye bye.